Strengthen him up. So he comes out. He'll come out. I say he'll come out all jacked up, right? All jacked up.
New York Times senior political correspondent, best-selling Trump biographer Maggie Haberman joins me now. Obviously he has no shame and he makes stuff up, but it's very inconsistent. It's one moment he's a worthy debater, and then he's going to be doing massive amounts of cocaine.
Yeah, it's a microcosm of the Donald Trump and his team that we have seen over 9 years now, which is his team wants him to do one thing, he does something else. And he sometimes can stick to the script, but then he goes off of it, which is why predictions of how he is going to actually be in this debate are probably not worth very much. We know that he has been preparing for this debate in the way he does, with sort of policy sessions as opposed to classic, behind the podium matches. But whether he is going to absorb what he's learning there and whether he is going to come in, interrupting President Biden less than he did in 2020 in their first debate, it is an open question because he does what he wants to do.
I just want to play something else he said at the rally over the weekend.
How should I handle him? Should I be tough and nasty? Or should I be, she'd say, no, should I be tough and nasty and just say you're the worst president in history? Or should I be nice and calm and let him speak?
Do you think, does he sort of change in the moment, just riffing how he feels in the moment, or is it something he kind of thinks of as he's going to bed that night and just thinks in his head, doesn't tell anybody else?
I think sometimes he plays around with these things on his own. I think sometimes, as you see, he poll tests it because he thinks it's going to please whatever crowd he's in front of. Whatever's on his mind is often what he does with these crowds, and it could be anything. It could be, he's been poll testing everyone about VP at various fundraisers, and this is along the same lines. I was thinking, though, as he was saying that, I think he will be both. I think he will likely interrupt less, because I think that's the main lesson he took from the last debate, or their first debate in 2020. And I think he will be very mean toward Biden. I will be very surprised if he is anything other than that.
I want to bring in CNN political commentators, Republican strategist Michael Singleton, also former Biden White House Communications Director Kate Bedingfield. First of all, Kate, what do you make of this new reporting from Kayla Tausche? In your view, should President Biden go on the attack rather than lean on his accomplishments?
Yeah, look, I think his primary task in this debate is to show people what the choice is. And that is, he's got to do that by driving aggressively at Trump, going at contrast, taking the conversation to the places where Trump is most vulnerable. We know that's abortion. We know that's January 6th and democracy. So I think he absolutely needs to be aggressive. I am not of the mindset that means he can't speak about his record in the debate. Part of what he's trying to do is show people that he's done a good job in the first 4 years and he deserves 4 more. And so he can absolutely talk about the things he's done to get our economy to a better place than many thought it would be 4 years ago. But he's got to do it in a contrast frame. He's got to do it by saying, Donald Trump's vision for the next 4 years would make things more expensive for you. And, he's really got to make sure that he's never just talking about his own accomplishment, but driving it to a choice, because that's really what he's trying to do in this debate, show people.
As you know, history shows for incumbent presidents, it's very hard, usually in their first debate. Even President Obama, David Axelrod has talked about this, who knew that history, they still find it hard. And part of the reason is because often they do feel, they haven't had people pushing back in their faces for the last 4 years. And also they do feel like they want to talk about their accomplishments, even if those accomplishments may not be felt or perceived by large numbers of people.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a natural instinct. You can understand. If you've been president of the United States for 4 years, you've been working hard, you've gotten things done, you feel like you want to make a case to the American people.
But how do you overcome that?
So, some of it is about prep. Some of it is about working through how you answer a question in a way that drives to the contrast you want and brings Trump in and doesn't just make it about reciting a laundry list of accomplishments that are important and meaningful, but may not feel in the moment like they're landing in people's lives. So it's really thinking about how do you answer a question in a way that brings it back around to Donald Trump and doesn't just leave you sort of saying, well, look what I've done and that's enough. Because it really is about a choice. And that's the theory the Biden campaign has had from the outset, right? That the way they win is by drawing this contrast, and that when they have the Trump versus Biden comparison, Trump is unpalatable. And so he's got to really stick to that in this debate.
Sure, Michael. Trump is even rustier. He has not been in the arena, really, for the last couple of years. And he's been talking to, he's been in arenas, but just in long, rambling soliloquies.
Yeah, look, it's been a while for the former president. It's been a while for the current president. I think it's important for both of these men, if I can take an objective analysis here, to really drive home what their plans are for immigration and for the economy. If I'm advising President Biden, I want to be contrite. I want to acknowledge that while things have improved, I get that for most people, you're not feeling those things materially. This is what I'm going to do if given another 4 years. If you're Donald Trump, you want to make a contrast from President Biden to say, look, he's been given 4 years. Things have not gotten better. Things have gotten worse by some metrics. This is what I will do to improve your lot in life. Both gentlemen are going to have to wrestle, Anderson, I would argue, with trying to accomplish two different things if they're wanting to achieve some level of measurable success at the end of this debate.
Election, and as it stands, Biden has less than a half a point advantage over Trump, according to 538. Here to get us ready for Thursday's ABC News chief Washington correspondent Jonathan Karl. John, listen, it's not hyperbole to say that this debate could completely reset the race. What are you watching for?
Well, certainly any debate is big, but in a race this close, I mean, it's an essential moment. And obviously, this is a campaign like no other. I'm looking for Biden to see if he can answer concerns about his vitality, frankly, his ability to take the race, take the campaign to Donald Trump. How does he perform? Does he address some of the concerns that come not just from Republicans trolling him, but from Americans across the country about his ability to campaign and his ability to serve another 4 years? And then for Donald Trump, you know, Trump has been ubiquitous in our lives for years now. But Americans haven't seen a lot of him unfiltered since he left the White House. So this is a solid 90 minutes where Trump will be asked specific questions on policy, on his positions on the issues, and does he come across looking like a guy that has the temperament to be president of the United States again?
Well, John, and I want to get to that, the age aspect of it. The Trump team, they've essentially been portraying Biden at 81 as weak, old, feeble, whatever adjective you want to throw out there. Now, could that come back to bite them with former President Trump just turning 78 this month?
Well, look, I've been covering presidential debates, frankly, debates in all levels of campaigning for a long time. And rule number one is you always talk about how great a debater your opponent is because you want to set expectations as high as possible and then say they weren't met. That said, I don't know how much the expectations game really matters. I mean, Americans are going to be tuning in. I expect tens of millions of Americans are going to be tuning into this debate. It's going to be the first that a lot of them have paid any attention whatsoever to this race.
For Thursday's historic debate, and one previous candidate is weighing in. Hillary Clinton published an op-ed in the New York Times today, pointing out she's the only person who's debated against both candidates. She claims Trump interrupts and bullies to try to throw his opponent off track. She told Biden to avoid refuting his remarks and be direct and forceful in return. Clinton, of course, lost the 2016 race to former President Trump. We haven't seen a response from the former president on that article just yet, but we are keeping an eye out. Remember, you can see it all.
Welcome back to our channel. It's time for the showdown we've all been waiting for. The excitement is palpable. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump are set to face off in the first presidential debate of 2024. This is going to be a historic event. So let's dive into the details and see what we can expect from this monumental clash. The debate is happening on June 27th, which is tomorrow. Can you believe it? The anticipation is through the roof. CNN will be hosting this high-stakes event live from their Atlanta studio. The setup is all ready to go and the stage is set for an epic battle of words. If you're not near a TV, don't worry. There are plenty of ways to tune in. You can catch the action on cn.com/CN International, CNN in Espanol, and even CNN Max. No matter where you are, you won't miss a second of the debate. Now let's talk about the rules. This debate is going to be different from anything we've seen before. The format is designed to ensure a fair and orderly discussion. For starters, there will be no audience. That's right, no cheering, no booing, just the candidates and the moderators. This should make for a more focused and serious debate. Both Biden and Trump's microphones will be muted until it's their turn to speak. This means no interruptions and hopefully a more civilized discussion. And they won't be allowed to interact with their campaign staff during the 2 commercial breaks. This rule is in place to keep the debate fair and unbiased. And what about the moderators? They'll have all the tools they need to keep things under control and enforce the timing strictly. This could be a game changer. Now, a little bit of background on the race itself. According to recent polling by the Hill Decision Desk HQ, it's a tight race with Trump holding a slim 0.6% lead over Biden. Both candidates have a lot on the line, especially with recent convictions involving Trump and Biden's son, Hunter Biden. You can bet these topics will come up during the debate. And if you're wondering about future debates, we've got you covered. The next presidential debate is scheduled for September 10th and will be hosted by ABC. Plus, there could be a vice presidential debate on either July 23rd or August 13th. Biden's campaign has already accepted, but Trump has yet to announce his running mate. So mark your calendars, set your reminders, and get ready for a night of political drama. This is going to be one debate you won't want to miss. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates on this thrilling election season. Catch you in the next video. This is going to be one debate you won't want to miss. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates on this thrilling election season. Catch you in the next video. This is going to be one debate you won't want to miss. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates on this thrilling election season. Catch you in the next video. This is going to be one debate you won't want to miss.